Yo, what's up? Thank you guys for tapping in back to my channel, Inkin, Thinkin Reactions. I just want to tell you guys, thank you for keeping me busy with these videos. I've been getting a lot of good feedback from everyone, and I just want to say thank you. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you hit the notification button so you can get notified on all our newest, latest content that we drop. Peace. Let's watch this video.
Why they go?
Man, nowadays you gotta watch out what you eat. Seen all those fake eggs. I don't even know if I want to shop at Walmart anymore.
I honestly, sincerely, and unequivocally do not expect any of your audience to believe any of this. Robert Bigelow said to me, they're walking among us. What do you mean, they're walking among us? They're walking among us. Before I say this, I'm just going to say that this guy legitimately is in a position to know a lot more than I know. He had the government contracts, he had the contacts, he had the intellectual heavyweights in the scientific community all working for him. The guy's a billionaire. This guy definitely knows a lot, no question. And then the fact that he's hoarding it all, and it's under armed guard in a vault in his house, kind of pisses me off a little bit.
Right.
But then he said, do you understand the implications of disclosure? The economy would collapse, organized religion would collapse, and that's the impact that this reality would have on the general public.
Somebody needs to go to his house and protest or let the government know. I mean, I'm sure they already know, but I don't think that's tolerable over here. Man, that billionaire knows a lot of stuff about a lot of important things. I don't know if it's conspiracy or what, but something that we need to look into.
One day, Facebook user Abiud Hernandez Alvarez is sitting at his computer when he starts to hear strange, unexplained sounds coming from his bedroom. He grabs his phone and starts recording.
Están tocando la recámara de Carla, pero no hay nadie en su recámara. Uy, cerrado en su recámara. Pues sí está abierta. Y pues de este lado igual, el baño está abierto. Ay, güey, están tocando la puerta.
That's freaky. Got me paranoid now.
Ay, cabrón. No hay nadie. No mames.
When he finds no one at the door and after a few other strange occurrences, Abiud begins to suspect that there might be something paranormal going on in his apartment. To try to collect proof to show his family and friends, he sets up a camera to record his home while he's at work. When he checks the video, he's shocked by what he finds.
I'm not the guitar.
It's almost as if someone or something invisible is walking through Abiud's apartment. Cut to days later. As Abiud is relaxing at home late one night, things get truly bizarre.
Ahí está, ya se está escuchando. Asusta un poquito ahora sí, porque neta se escucha aquí adentro. Se escucha como la chapa, pero pues... A ver, voy a levantarme. Se escucha aquí afuera. Voy a abrir la puerta. Se escucha prácticamente cómo está caminando. Me da un poco de duda que exactamente hay. No sé si abrió o cerró la puerta de la cocina. A ver. Pues está abierta, pero no recuerdo honestamente si la había cerrado o abierto. Voy a tratar de ver aquí qué onda. Pero pues no hay nada, no se ve nada ahí. No mames. Ahí están. Los tacones se están yendo para allá. A ver.
Abiud posted the videos on Facebook with the message that he doesn't actually mind the creepy activity. He says that he just wants to share his experiences. So, is Abiud's apartment haunted by an invisible ghost? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
My mom's house used to have ghosts in it a long time ago. We got it blessed. We even tried sage. We got that house blessed 2 or 3 times. Yeah, that's a ghost in there. I don't know if it's a demon. Sounds like it's a female that has a crush on him. But if I was him, I couldn't live like that. Get the house blessed, figure something out. Call the Ghostbusters or something. Yeah. Here we go with another
3
one.
meals a day keeps you in your lower 3 energy centers. Why do you think they're all red, orange, and yellow? Because they're keeping you stuck in your lower states of consciousness. These centers are literally mini brains. You are thinking with them. Just because you feel rumbles in your stomach doesn't mean that you should eat. You are being impulsive and thinking with your stomach. The Lamb of God is your higher mind, and this is the lamb inside your brain. This is why the ancients painted God within the brain, because your head is heaven, and the Lamb of God is moving up Jacob's ladder, the spine, up to your higher brain, the cerebrum, the cerebram, Aries, the Lamb of God. The porn logo is even orange, which is keeping you in your sacral chakra, your lower mind. This is why the Freemasons always depict a stairway upwards, because it symbolizes your spine. You've got to move up to the higher mind.
Makes sense.
Link is in the bio for this powerful PDF. During the
That had a lot of powerful information in there. It's good to learn all that.
The amount of money that was accidentally sent to Ukraine, they oversent $6 billion. And then I said, well, how much would it cost to rebuild every house in the Maui fire? And it's $5 billion, $5 billion something. But there's no talk of doing that. There's no talk of doing that. Isn't that interesting?
It's happened 2 or 3 times now where the Pentagon has said, oh, we miscalculated how much money we had set aside for Ukraine, so we have an extra $4 billion to send now.
When was the fire?
August 8th.
So this is after the
August
fire. 8th. He's asking Congress for $24 billion for the war in Ukraine and $0 for Maui.
Hey, if our president sent some money like that to Ukraine, that's a lot of money. Ukraine should be able to send it back to us. Isn't there like a good friendship going on with us in Ukraine? Sounds kind of fishy.
Customer got his computer fixed and didn't want to pay. Customer was told a few times to pay $49. He then unplugs the laptop. Store owner grabs the laptop.
I'll give it to you. Really? Go ahead and call. Go ahead and dial it.
The store owner got into a verbal and minor physical altercation with the customer. Cops was also called.
Call the cops. Go. Get out of here. Get out of here. And you can't hit me with my computer. Get out of here.
The store owner kept on telling the customer to get out of my shop.
Oh, I'm going to jail? Yes. Okay, good. Yes, you've already assaulted me. I've assaulted you? Yes, you've assaulted. Excuse me, I grabbed my...
Customer was still refusing to pay the $49.
No, get out of here. I'm about to... Go ahead, I wish you make matters worse. Because if you do that, then...
I don't know if the owner did the right thing by doing that. I think they should have just talked it out like, man, you can tell they're both heated. There's a little rage in there, so that's not the way to handle things sometimes. Maybe could have just paid for it and later on took him to court and handled it that way. But in front of your daughter, I don't think that's the way to do it. But everyone's different.
Watch this. A lot is happening in the
Bill
world.
Gates.
Right now, be careful with mosquitoes. Bill Gates has been releasing GMO mosquitoes in Florida and Texas, and now those two states coincidentally have malaria. And guess what? In the Bible book of Exodus 8:18 says, "The magicians tried by their secret arts to produce gnats, but they could not. So there were gnats on man and beast." Bible prophecy is being fulfilled in front of our
There's no
eyes.
reason only poor people should have the experience.
Health officials are warning people in Alabama and New York to avoid mosquitoes because of a rare virus that severe cases begin with sudden headaches, high fever, chills and vomiting, and could progress to seizures and coma. There are no vaccines or specific medications to treat the virus.
This is a sign of end times. Revelation 2:10 says, "Do not fear what you are about to suffer. Behold, the devil is about to throw some of you into prison, that you may be tested, and for 10 days you will have tribulation. Be faithful unto death."
There should be no reason only poor people should have mosquito bites. Bill Gates, look at yourself. You let that money get to your head, bro. Poor people or not, everyone gets mosquito bites. Rich, poor. Come on, dude. Are you living in reality?
There's also a rapper that predicted coronavirus
Who?
in 2013. You know that?
Who's this?
Dr. Creep.
I never heard of it.
Because, bro, this guy, hold on, I gotta read out the lyrics because this is crazy.
In a song or just like said it?
His song is literally called Pandemic.
What the fuck?
This is in 2013. Hold on. So this is the lyrics. "The virus is harvesting. What do you mean? Begin life in the lab in the war of vaccines."
Life in the lab in the first war with vaccines. Niggas died in the first week of the pandemic dreams.
Goes on.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the song, he says, "2020 combined with coronavirus, body stacking."
Nah.
Happens 2020 combined with coronavirus. Body stack.
Let me see that. Let me see that.
Body stacking.
Yo, what the fuck?
2020 coronavirus, body stacking.
This is
bro.
from 2013 though?
Yes.
No way.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
June 21st, 2013. What the fuck?
Dr. Creep.
Is he still alive?
He is.
What the fuck?
Man, Dr. Creep, you were pretty accurate on that one. I give you props on that one, my boy.
Can you imagine? You're doing your night shift and you're trying to help a very strange lady. When all of a sudden, your coworker tells you you're talking to yourself over the radio. This is what happened to the security guard. Pay close attention.
Dispatch to 329.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to a lady. I saw her walking by the door and she said she's looking for a subscription. Her name is Miss Abigail.
Did you say Miss Abigail?
Yes, ma'am. She says she wants to see Mr. Griffin, and I told her that the canvas is closed, that she should come tomorrow morning, and she might see Mr. Griffin.
Are you sure you're saying Miss Abigail? Like, she's been passed on for 2 years now.
Come again with that, please?
Miss Abigail is, she died 2 years ago.
You mean you can't see the person I'm talking to?
No, there's nobody in front of you at all.
I would have did the same thing too. I would have booked it on them.
Drone footage captures Jeffrey Epstein alive.
Looks like him from a distance.
Maintenance worker notices a drone is above and warns Epstein. Epstein then looks up and notices the drone, and within seconds gets into his vehicle so he's out of sight. Not even 5 minutes later, look who's seen racing away. Considering the fact that Epstein is dead, Why is there still maintenance on the island, and who is paying these workers? Are the checks coming from the $577 million trust fund created by Epstein 2 days before his death with anonymous beneficiaries?
I don't know. That looked like Epstein. Crazy.
They don't want you to know.
You know, it's stunning to monitor the media's lack of interest in the whole Maui story. I've been in this business for 30 years. I'm stunned, but I'm not surprised. The dots are connecting. And coincidence seems to be the story here, right? But the true story, the media knows it is not allowed to tell. But I can. Is it a coincidence that the Maui police chief is the same man who was in charge in Las Vegas during that massacre that killed 58 people? Is it a coincidence that the Maui property, owned by million and billionaires, wasn't touched by the flames while homes of the locals all burned? Was it a coincidence that the flames traveled across hundreds of feet of pavement and crossed a 4-lane highway with emergency shoulders to jump into the ocean and then burn all the boats? Was it a coincidence that the largest system of outdoor emergency sirens in the world never made a sound as the fire devoured Lahaina? Was it a coincidence that at the same time, very same time, all the water was turned off? Was it a coincidence that police were ordered to block off streets and to funnel all the cars trying to escape onto one road where that firestorm incinerated entire families? How about the coincidence that the governor of Hawaii, Josh Green, just weeks before that inferno, signed a pledge to the UN's 2030 Agenda of Sustainable Development, pledging to eliminate emissions? Weird. And think about this coincidence. That governor also signed an emergency proclamation on July 17th, 3 weeks before the fire, about housing of all things, and suspended 7 state statutes protecting historic preservation laws, removing all of the red tape when it comes to building infrastructure. Coincidentally, that emergency proclamation also suspends previous building laws and gives the governor some magic wand power to appoint a housing czar to rule on the island's redevelopment. Is it a coincidence that the government put up a black fence around Lahaina, or that the FAA grounded all drones from flying over the affected areas? Is it a coincidence that since at least 2011 there have been plans to make Maui the first smart city run by 100% renewable energy, and that coincidentally 2 of the 3 largest landowners on Maui are BlackRock and the U.S. government, and that both are part of the UN's agenda? It must be a coincidence then that the locals whose homes did not burn are now being evicted from their property. And of course, a total coincidence that all the fact checkers who are checking these facts, who say everything I just told you is just a coincidence, are also owned and run by BlackRock. Thank goodness none of these coincidences is connected. I'm Wendy Bell. I'll see you next time for more Common Sense.
Damn, Wendy, you were spitting some fire right on the target. A lot of that, I believe, she did her research. You can tell she did a lot of research on that because she came with the heat. That was a good one. Well, and that's exactly what happened to Maui.
Hey, I had an interesting conversation with a cop yesterday. Very nonchalant, very out of the blue. I was standing there getting me a Red Bull, and he was drinking his coffee. And I was asking him, I said, what do you think is getting ready to happen in society and to this country? You know what he told me? Blew my mind. He said, everything is getting ready to go to hell. Most of the people in his department are part of the secret brotherhood. He says that he can't talk to them about anything. But he is a believer in Christ, and yes, he is a white guy. And I do salute him because he believes in the total truth of the Bible. He said that when this stuff happens, he is going to get his family prepared. He said the police department is not going to be anywhere around to help anybody when martial law starts because they're going to be focused on their families. You got to understand, the police department, these law officers, these policemen, they're gonna be food on the table too. So he basically told me to keep my head on a swivel and stay woke.
Hey, if police is telling you that, he's giving you some knowledge. So, you know, best thing to do, take care of your family, stay strapped up. I'm not saying violence is the key, but I'm saying protect your family at all times. Family first.
Do you ever wonder what foods kill you faster?
That's honestly one of my biggest fears.
All right, luckily for you, I got Gordon Ramsay's son here to confirm this. All right, come on, Nick.
So it's been proven by the University of Washington that every hot dog you eat takes off 36 minutes of your life. So that means 2 hot dogs takes over an hour of your life away.
I've eaten so many hot dogs in my life.
Well, luckily they also found that eating a PB&J adds 33 minutes to your life. And baked salmon and rice and beans can add 10 to 15 minutes to your life.
Now all everyone's gonna eat is PB&J sandwiches and salmon all day.
Yeah, I can tear me up some peanut butter and jelly. I think I might eat one of those when I go home.
The recent fires in California, Australia, and now Hawaii are unlike anything we've ever seen before. They are being called forest fires and wildfires, but they are clearly something very different. These fires are burning homes into a white powdery ash footprint, while often leaving the surrounding green trees and shrubs practically untouched. In extreme cases, forest fires can reach temperatures up to 1,500 degrees Fahrenheit, and the melting point of aluminum is 1,220 degrees Fahrenheit. So it is possible for an extreme forest fire to melt aluminum. But there are cars with puddles of melted aluminum that were clearly not in the wildfire area. And melted glass, which has a melting point around 2,500 degrees Fahrenheit. These are unexplained anomalies. In the California fires of 2018, cars were randomly bursting into flames on the freeway with no surrounding fires. We've seen these same anomalies in New York City on September 11th, 2001. Cars completely burned out with no explanation. In Maui, these unnatural fires spared the homes of the rich while burning the native homes of the working class. With precision, these fires destroyed the most envied, high-valued areas of Maui. For decades, directed energy weapons have been classified, but they have been on the public record for several years now. Directed energy weapons, known as DEWs, have the ability to burn homes with this sort of precision. But in order to be this precise, the area would have to be mapped out. In January of this year, green lasers were seen over Hawaii, which could best be described as a geospatial array for mapping terrain. We have seen that among the ashy ruins, there are blue-colored objects that have somehow survived the devastation. Blue cars, blue umbrellas, a blue boat, blue planters. Videos online are going viral that show how lasers can easily burn through certain colored objects, but objects that are colored blue remain unharmed. Directed energy weapons include lasers, millimeter wave, and microwave. They are all based on light frequencies, and different wavelengths of light affect colors differently. For example, in laser tattoo removal, different wavelengths are used for removing different colors. And this is because color is a quality of light. Each color has its own frequency. Interestingly enough, the frequency of the color blue is 6.66.
I think the government got some explaining to do with those lasers.
Do you know Disney has a club?
Club
33, where you have to pay 6 figures just to join. You pretty much have to be invited. It's a very exclusive club. The only real benefits of this club are like these secret restaurants in Disney.
Oh, I heard those are good though.
You don't want to know what's on that menu. Apparently, there's a club within that club where they throw private parties for the elite, the ultra wealthy. People have like snuck in and taken pictures inside these places, and they have like artwork and statues of Baphomet.
I was thinking Boba Fett.
And they say that Walt Disney, in his parks, created a bunch of secret passageways, and there can be access through the Club 33 rooms. Why would they even need secret passageways in these kingdoms?
I don't know why all these people up on top, elite people, are always into that Satanism. Like, damn, like you have Disneyland for the kids, and you're gonna be doing that stuff. I think these rich people got it confused what's good and bad. You know, obviously they want to go for the bad, but man, you got a Disneyland right there. It's for the kids, for the children. And that's what you guys are going to be having in there, statues of that? Shame on y'all. Now we know where all the missing children have been going. Now, I don't want to start no conspiracy or nothing like that, but hey, you got to think about that too. You know, why is there secret tunnels in there? I mean, holographic, that's tight. Hey, I think that's pretty cool, that hologram of the clouds. I like that. That's tight.
Is there something going on underneath Antarctica? Deep in the depths of Antarctica, there have been rumors floating around about a mysterious giant hole that exists as the entrance to another world. Well, you see, in the 1960s, a lone American aviator was flying solo in hopes of exploring a land beyond Antarctica when he encountered this hole. Without hesitation, he dived headfirst into the void, only to find a hidden civilization thriving beneath the planet's crust. This civilization was not only thriving, but in comparison, was advanced in more ways than one. However, when he returned to share his story, he was quickly disavowed by the FBI, and his testimony soon became a legend that slowly vanished from public perception. Even though his original journal documents in detail his trip down the hole, and you can watch the full video by clicking on the link in the description below, many people are still asking the question.
I think that's one of the places I would love to go visit is Antarctica. I think it's different than everywhere else you go. I mean, there's supposedly little portals in there, underground worlds in there. I don't know. Hitler was there. I mean, there's some stuff that they found, like statues of what he used to own in there. I mean, there was even a UFO that had the swastika in there. Just a lot of secrets are over there, you know, that I would like to go over there and see. But of course, the government's not going to let you. They run it over there, and they got a limit where you can't even go over there. I believe so. But crazy, interesting stuff right there.
So, this is really weird. You remember how FEMA was blocking people from bringing food, water, and gas to the people in Hawaii? Well, the water that FEMA has been supplying has been making everyone sick. I'm sure it's just a coincidence, though. And not just that, when they signed the FEMA paperwork to actually get help, they literally forfeit the rights to all their property. Those pesky property owners they wouldn't sell. And this Illuminati card game that came out decades ago means nothing. Even though the ground has a literal burn mark that would be caused by something. Maybe something like this. Or this. They think you're stupid. You want to see just how stupid they think you are? This is how stupid. But we are laser focused on getting aid to survivors. Nice choice of words. Gaslighting skills, 1 million.
And if you made it to the end of my video, I just want to say thank you guys for tapping in with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you hit the notification button so you can get notified on all our newest, latest content that we release. Thank you. I'm out of here. Peace.